Welcome to the TheDayIsOurz channel. I'm your host, Johnny Utah, and happy Easter. Hope you guys enjoyed your Easter weekend. We had a really good weekend. We went to Dump Diggers this weekend. That was pretty good. And we went to a trampoline park called Get Air. We went there with the kids and all that stuff. That was really fun. And of course, we just had a really nice Easter Sunday. So I hope you guys all did the same. With that here, as you guys can see, the chap in the hat, Damien, is not here today. So right now, both of his kids, who are medical kiddos, are struggling this evening. And we were planning on just recording like a very short episode anyways. Here for you just to kind of give you our final numbers and just wrap up as we go. Kind of enjoy the weekend as we can. But yeah, right now his little kiddos are struggling, so I said, hey, just take care of your kids. I'll take care of this. No problem. You know, I'm sure everybody will understand that, right? We got to look for our family first. That's who we're doing this all for. So you just can't forget your end goal there. With that here, let's go ahead and talk about something new. So, as you can see, no Autumn came either. She was passed out. She is out, and I'm not going to wake her just to film her, so that's fine. She can absolutely go to sleep. She can take a break too. But speaking of which, we did get a new pair of dogs. So with that here, there were two dogs at the dog shelter that if they didn't find a home, they were going to be put down. And we used to have two big girls, Kennedy and Izzy. So it was a Great Dane and an English Mastiff, respectively. And they were just awesome dogs. They are no longer with us. They obviously got too old. They passed away. Kennedy passed away from a tumor, and Izzy, she had kind of just gone mentally. She just was gone there. She was very, very angry. Couldn't see. Was going blind. Unfortunately, she did have to be put down. But it has been a bit of time. Autumn has been all by herself, and now we have two new girls. Well, I should say, I'm getting used to this, guys. We have a girl and a boy now. So we have Loki, which is this beautiful brindle one that you're going to see. I'm going to put it somewhere here on the screen for you. And then we have this gorgeous blue, which is kind of like a gray coloring healer. Or not healer, not a blue healer, but a gorgeous blue coloring for this Great Dane. So these are now two Great Danes, huge dogs. You know, it's the Scooby-Doo kind of dog. They're just absolutely massive, but they're just big teddy bears. They're super sweet, and you know, we decided to give them a home. So that was part of our weekend excursion. So that was really fun. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our final numbers here. And then this week I did make a little bit of a change. So when it comes to our burn calorie, I'm actually going to do it by an average. The average is so that you're comparing the average calories that you're intaking to what you're burning out. Like Damien and I have said in the past, it's all about what you are burning versus what you are putting into your body. So you always want higher output than intake. So with that here, let's go ahead and start with steps. So I had 139,378 steps. Monday through Friday. Damien was 101,577, so we're both over that 100,000 mark, and that is excellent. That's exactly right where we want to be, and you know, it's just a really good week for both of us. Calorie intake, right? So I had 1,797. Damien had 1,339. A little bit low on Damien's side, but he also had a lot less output this week. So, you know, we're obviously looking to stay as consistent as possible. And, you know, we obviously want to keep our numbers as good as we can. Like I said, our bigger goal is to make sure that our output is higher than what our intake is. My personal goal is to stay at least twice the amount of output per input. And so this week I did pretty good. I was at 4,207 for my average burn per day. So if I'm intaking just about 1,800, that means that I need to put a minimum of 3600 to be double that output. So we did that. So we did it. Damien was at 2,113 calories burned on average per day. So not quite 2-to-1 ratio, but still generally healthily above that 1339 that he was at. So that still looks pretty good. And of course, going into, the reward of the week, right? Of what we did here. So I went from 212 pounds, and on Friday I weighed 209. So, man, another 3 pounds down. I don't necessarily want to be, losing as much weight as quickly as that. Like I said, I really want to try to keep it to 1 pound, a maximum of 2 pounds per week. And to be honest, I feel pretty good about this week. If I am even this week, it'll be a miracle. This was actually, Damien can even tell you himself as well, but this Easter Sunday, we put down our notebooks and we just enjoyed the day as it was. Like everything that we ate, I don't even think we calculated anything today. Didn't take my steps. I think I was just charging my watch. I don't have my watch on right now. Today was just like a true cheat day. And so we just wanted to make sure that we enjoyed the time that we spent with our family, ate really, really good food. We had caramelized ham, rolls, mashed potatoes, corn, and homemade cinnamon rolls. So all of that stuff was just super, super good. And I know I'm going to pay for it because I am like so stuffed right now. That workout tomorrow is going to be an absolute burner, I can tell you. All right, now moving on to Damien's numbers. He was 193 last week, and he's actually still 193 this week. So he is exactly even, which is perfectly fine, right? It's not going to just be going constantly down all the time. Sometimes you're going to have to maintain a certain level of weight for a period of time as your body fluctuates, and then it'll start to continue to go down. So if you're on a weight loss journey yourself, don't be discouraged by seeing that there was no change. The fact that you're not going like crazy up is a great indication that your body is adjusting. So like I said, you want to keep it just around to 1 pound to 2 pounds at really a maximum. But if there's no change, that's okay too. Give your body time to adapt. And as your body adapts, it'll continue to get better. Just keep focus and keep your mentality focused on what you're trying to accomplish. That's the best thing that we can offer you as advice is that it's not a very linear process. There's going to be some ups and some downs. I kind of think of it like the stock market, right? If you've ever watched the stock market, some days it goes really, really good. Some days it just goes really, really bad. And if you're only focused on the bad stuff, you're not going to have a positive mentality. But just like in the stock market, there are going to be great days as well. And so you just need to focus and play it by ear and stay with a healthy mentality of it. Well, that's what we have here for you guys. Like I said, we just wanted to keep it nice, short, and sweet here for you. And then a little side note here, I did just release our Night is Ours special. So on Saturday, our normal D&D group, Damien's a dungeon master. I don't play Dungeons and Dragons, but he's really into it. So he has a whole group that usually comes and plays on Saturdays. This Saturday was actually one of our friends' birthday. And so we were out all day and we did not have enough time to be able to set up for, our D&D night. However, we did have people who wanted to come over and still play. And so what we ended up doing was playing Cards Against Humanity, not the family edition, the actual Cards Against Humanity game. And I think there's an expansion pack that we put in there. So it's very explicit, guys. It is not safe for little ears. So if you do not like vulgar content, please do not click on that video. You're not going to be entertained. However, if you're like me and you're okay with just a little bit of sense of humor and wildness and randomness, and if you've ever played Cards Against Humanity before and you find it pretty fun, That might be a video you might want to check out because we had a long gaming session with our entire group and it was just a blast. So check it out. It's really, really funny. I can tell you, man, it's just wild what cards always come up. Actually, I'm a little bit nervous about you guys watching that now. Well, only one way to find out is to watch it and judge for yourselves. So that won't be a regular thing, obviously, but at some point we'll see about getting like the D&D side of things on the channel here as well. So I know there's going to be a certain segment of people who would love to watch D&D sessions, or at least just listen to the audio of a D&D session. So we'll see how that comes, and so more things to come in the future. But with that, I really hope you guys enjoy your Monday. Hey, right now, I'm going into week 4. I know I'm going to pay for it after this Sunday dinner, and I feel so full. I feel like I've probably gained like 3 pounds today. If I was 212, 209, I feel like I'm right back at 212. And so I know that this is going to be just such a hard Monday, but you know, that's part of the challenge of it, right? And I live a 90 to 10 lifestyle, so meaning that 90% of the time I am just focused on doing exactly what I'm supposed to do, and then that 10% of the time is when you know, you throw the watch to the side, you throw your notebook out, and you are just there to enjoy, right? Because what's the point of life if you're not enjoying it? And so, you know, that's the purpose of that 10% time. You know, you still got to enjoy the little things, make it easy on yourself. So don't forget, mentality is everything. So keep your mindset on a good state. And that's going to help you tremendously as well. Well, I hope you guys have a great morning. It's Johnny Utah out. Take care.